C3 Kids, I'm Ashley, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. This month, we're having a lot of fun as we find out what it means to have peace, or really, how we can make peace with others. Peace is proving you care more about each other than winning an argument. And making peace with others is like building a bridge. Yeah, that's why I'm standing here in front of this bridge. A bridge connects things, right? When two pieces of land are separated by a body of water, a bridge helps to connect them. It can be like that with people too. When we feel distance from a friend or someone we love because of an argument, peace helps us reconnect. Peace reminds us that we can bridge the gap. We can prove that we care more about our friend or loved one than staying mad or winning an argument. Even if we don't always agree on everything, we can come together and find a way to reconnect. One way we can do this is by trying to understand the other person's point of view, instead of only seeing things our way. That is treating others the way we want to be treated. And that is how we can build bridges. In our story today, you'll hear why it's so important to make peace with others. But before we get to that, we've got another C3 Kids leader who wants to show you a bridge they made.
Hi C3 Kids, this is Miss Ruth. I want to share with you today a special bridge that I have built out of books. The Bible became a bridge for me one summer when I was told in June that I would no longer have a teaching job. My boss gave me no good reasons. In fact, he told some lies about me. And so I packed up my classroom, went home in June, and had no job for the whole summer. I prayed, and every day I read my Bible. God gave me great peace that my job was in His hands, and I didn't worry. I had a wonderful summer. And right before school started in September, guess what? I got a letter from the school board and they gave me my job back. So the Bible was my bridge between June and September. It gave me peace when I needed it most. You can see that I took 2 stacks of books, fairy tales, folk tales, all kinds of wonderful stories, but I bridged them with my favorite book, the Bible.
Another cool bridge. But now it's time to introduce this week's co-host, Shapriya. Hey, Shapriya.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I'm so glad you could make it this week.
Me too.
As you can see, we're in front of a giant bridge. And that's because this month we're talking all about peace. And peace is really about building bridges between you and another person.
Oh, okay, awesome.
And since we're talking about kind of making peace instead of fighting with each other, our game is going to look a little different. We're not going to compete this week, which is probably good because we are competitive. So
Yeah.
instead, we're going to use our skills and we're going to work together to create our own bridge.
Okay, I like it still.
Awesome. So do you want to go do it?
Yeah, let's
Okay,
do it.
Let's go. Okay, so here is our game this week. Basically, what we're doing is we're trying to get, we're going to make a bridge from here to here, and we want the ball to roll into here and land in here. Okay?
Okay.
Now the catch is, here are the materials we get to use. This week we got some playing cards, which we can bend or destroy any way we want. That's
Okay.
nice. And then we have some just like foam pieces. So it's not like paper, it's like thick, but
Okay.
it's just random shapes. So you can't just make like one path of them. Maybe a little bit though, we'll see. Okay, so are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, well let's just go for it.
All right, so.
Let's see. I feel like, you know, when you make like card houses, I feel like it would immediately break with the ball. So maybe not exactly card houses, but
okay.
we have tape, so we can use however much tape we want.
Maybe a lot of tape.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how this is going to happen.
I don't know if you guys watched last week, but last week there was a lot of tape used. There was. I know. I mean, we could always just make like a
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
things and maybe like reinforce it with the foam.
Maybe, yeah.
How about you make a line of them and I'll make a line of them and then we can make a foam line and then like maybe the strings will hold it, you know?
Okay,
Let's do
I
that.
like it.
Maybe I won't use that much tape.
Yeah,
Ah,
I am.
this makes me...
Off to a wasteful start, I feel like.
I know. Actually, when I was a kid, I loved like cutting cards apart, which sounds terrible to me now as an
Really?
adult. I'm like, oh, why would you do that? But I love like cutting out the hearts and like the shapes and like using them for things.
Okay.
Made a lot of things that way.
Interesting.
My
I would never think to cut a card apart.
I don't know why I did.
I think it would bother me too much.
You know, and actually I think they were like my grandma's like like
Oh,
I remember
no.
they were like fancy cards. They came in like containers, but she let me do it. She was like, yeah, here's some scissors. So
That's a great grandma.
yeah, she was great.
So this isn't the prettiest.
No, we don't need it pretty. We just need it to be stable. Let's see. Oh, mine's not quite long enough yet.
Okay. So,
Well, if you got yours long enough, you can start working on the foam one, right?
all right, yep. Well, we're just gonna let that lay there.
I like it because like you can
I never.
magic tricks. Okay, we got one. Let's see. Oh, mine is
What
like,
is this gonna? Okay. Yay.
oh, like stick to the foam.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm glad it does. So we'd be
Right.
really, I guess we could just like lay it on it if it didn't.
That's true. I think it won't hold for long.
Oh, I think I'm gonna do like one more card.
Maybe I
Let's
should have
see.
did it like that.
I'm gonna do like some like 3 pieces to hold it to the top.
Cool.
And then like, but I think it will fall off this way. So
Probably definitely.
I'm gonna definitely, yeah.
Oops. A little more.
I like our, I like this idea. This is fun. Okay, I'm gonna put yours on now too.
Okay.
I think almost like, already lost the ball.
Nope, it's fine.
I'm gonna kind of like angle yours a little bit so that maybe
oh,
it's like
smart.
a
Yes,
wall?
we're winning. Working together
Ooh.
is awesome. Although I do miss competing. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't worry, we'll compete again next month for sure.
I had my game face on today. Like, all right, that's
Okay,
fine.
I don't know. I think we got it. Let's see. Do you want
Alright.
to tape that piece to the top?
Yes.
Maybe we'll like do it that way so it same thing.
All right. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready. Let's see. I'll catch it in case it. Okay.
That
Nope,
was
fell off.
a flop.
Ah.
That was a flop.
Okay, we lost the ball.
All right.
It like maybe we lose the foam.
Maybe.
Put it right here, maybe. Because
Probably.
I think it like. Oh yeah, you got that. This way it's like a wall. Put it like this a little bit. Oh, I can tape it to the side even. It's a pretty big ball, right? Yeah.
All right.
Let's try that.
Ready?
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Second try. That was really great.
Yeah, I like
No.
the working together.
I know.
We
Jeff and I
rock.
took like 6 tries, so I think we
Oh.
did a good job. We're like winning the whole thing, but that's not important.
Yeah, we're
Peace, right?
working together.
Work together. It was great. Well, thanks for helping me.
No problem.
Well, thanks for building that bridge with me.
No problem.
We, used those cards and that foam, and we made a bridge.
Yep.
Pretty good.
I didn't think it was possible, but I
I
was
know.
proven wrong.
But working together, that's why we do it, right? Well, now it's time to reveal the bottom line. Would you like to do that for us?
Sure.
Awesome.
We can make peace with others.
Oh, I love that one. And
do too.
you know what? Do you maybe have a time when you had to make peace with others?
Actually, yes. So my sister borrowed my favorite earrings.
Ooh.
Yes, she wore them to school and lost one. So she came home from school with one earring in, and I'm like, where's my earrings? You never asked for permission. But instead of making a big deal out of it, I just forgave her and, let it go.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think siblings especially can be really hard to make peace with sometimes. So
Yes.
I'm glad you did, and I hope you guys at home will be just a little bit more peaceful with your brothers and sisters this week, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's almost time for us to go and time for the worship and Bible story. But first, I just want to remind you that if you got a family box, inside there's a sticker sheet. And when you fill it up with stickers, you get a prize. And it's super easy to fill it up with stickers. All you have to do each week is watch it. That's watching this video, so you already did that one. Got to push that sticker on. The second one is do it. There's like an activity for you to do that talks about the Bible story.
Cool.
Awesome. And then the third thing is talk about it. You can talk about it with your family at home. Talk about what you learned. And there's even discussion questions for you in the family box. So I hope you guys do it and get that prize. That'd be awesome.
It
Well,
would be
it's
awesome.
time for us to go, but we'll see you later. Bye.
Everybody sing with me. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love for me. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love for me. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love for me. Oh, there's never ever gonna be anything better than your love.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 15.
In a letter written to the Colossian church, the Apostle Paul wrote, "Let the peace that Christ gives rule in your hearts. As parts of one body, you were appointed to live in peace and be thankful." Now let's see what that truth may look like played out in our lives today. Katie wiped the sweat from her forehead and took a long drink from her water bottle.
How is it this hot in April?
She looked back at the long patch of scrubby ground on the corner lot by Miss Watson's house. Her friends, Caleb and Nona, were both pulling weeds too.
I thought we'd be done before lunch.
It'll take us days to clear out all this brush.
All three kids lived in the same neighborhood and were in Mr. Benson's 7th grade social studies class. It had been Katie's bright idea to start a neighborhood garden for their community service project.
Well, we have to finish, unless you want to fail social studies.
Even though the friends had been working for a couple of hours already, they'd only cleared the brambles from a small patch of land at the corner.
Even when we finish pulling weeds, we still have to dig up the dirt.
Yeah, and plant the seeds and water them and stuff.
Look, we just need to get it done. I really want an A, okay? Let's use what we've cleared so far and pick one thing to plant.
Sunflowers.
What?
They're big. They're bold. They'll brighten up the whole neighborhood.
I don't want to plant flowers.
Katie did a quick search on her phone for backup.
Plus, you aren't supposed to plant sunflowers until summer. That's a big fat fail for class.
Well, it feels like summer.
We should plant a pumpkin patch. I mean, how awesome will it be to have all the little kids come right here to get their pumpkins in the fall?
That's like half a year away.
You guys.
Plus 2 words, pumpkin pie.
2 more words, is disgusting.
Katie jumped right between her sparring friends.
You guys, we need something easy that will actually grow now before the end of the school year. I looked it up.
She held up her phone and showed them a picture of small flowers with viney green stalks.
What are those even?
You have got to be kidding me.
Katie checked her screen again.
Petunias. We can plant them right here by the stop sign. They grow super fast, we'll get a good pick for class, and then we're done.
I thought the whole point of this was to help people.
Petunias are nice.
This is ridiculous. Something that small will just get overrun by all the weeds we haven't pulled.
You got a better idea?
Yeah, sunflowers. You know, something big and beautiful.
Or pumpkins!
Katie ripped off her gardening gloves and hurled them into the dirt.
Fine. Do your own community service project.
You're quitting the garden?
It's not a garden, it's a weedy dirt patch.
I'll do my own project.
Katie grabbed her water bottle and her tools and stalked off.
I cannot believe them.
At home, Katie kicked off her muddy shoes and hurled her dirty gloves on the floor.
How'd it go, sweetie?
Awful. We hardly cleared any weeds, and Nona and Caleb wouldn't listen to my idea about what to plant.
It is a pretty big project.
I'm doing my own.
Isn't it a group thing?
Nona and Caleb don't even care about the grade. They want to do all this stuff with pumpkins and sunflowers and stuff we'll never even finish.
I get it. It's a lot easier to keep it small, but it's up to you whether you want to hold on to being angry or go make this right with your friends.
They started it.
Look, God designed you to be at peace on the inside, peace with Him and with others.
Okay, yeah, I don't know where to start.
You could start with more help. I bet Miss Watson would be willing to lend a hand since that weedy patch is right by her yard.
Maybe. Oh, and Mrs. Garcia is always trying to start a garden in their backyard, but she says it's too shady.
Maybe she'd like to help.
Katie nodded slowly. After lunch, she took a trip around the neighborhood and spotted Caleb shooting some hoops in his driveway. Then she dragged him across the street to knock on Nona's door.
You realize I don't want to talk about this?
I don't want to talk about this.
Just give me a minute. Both of you, please.
Caleb and Nona stared at Katie, arms crossed.
I'm really sorry. I got so stuck on making an A that I didn't listen to your ideas. I was just so hot and frustrated.
Katie's friends waited.
I talked to Mrs. Watson and the Garcias and that family with the little kids by the stop sign. They all want a garden, like a big vegetable garden. They want to help us.
Really?
We could clear the lot pretty fast with that much help.
And we can plant everything, tomatoes and beans and carrots and sunflowers and pumpkins and whatever people want to eat. We'll have to help keep it up over the summer, though.
All the way to pumpkin season.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm in.
Caleb gave Katie a high five. Then they both turned to Nona. She hesitated.
Okay, sure, but you're not gonna get me to eat pumpkin pie, because sweet potato is way better.
Deal.
The Garcias can help out tomorrow afternoon, so we can get back to it then.
Katie headed home, relieved that she was on good terms with her friends again and at peace on the inside. She was living out the truth of Paul's words. Let the peace that Christ gives rule in your hearts. As parts of one body, you were appointed to live in peace and be thankful.